We now move on to understanding childbirthing. This is the most enthralling and awaited moment in a woman's life. I would like you to close your eyes and visualize every statement which is being spoken. Visualize it deeply, understanding it to be a reality in you. Sit straight with your spine, your neck, and your head in a straight line. Be in a very deep, receptive, meditative state. A mother normally enters into childbirthing with mixed emotions: a joy, an expectation, a fear, stress, and anxiety, not knowing what is in store for her. Having the knowledge of labor is quite different from knowing or experiencing labor. It is like having the knowledge of the taste of an apple and actually tasting the apple. This is where a prepared mind is needed, which understands intelligently to flow with the natural happenings within and constantly be in the moment. One very interesting observation: how do animals know their due date? How is it that they are able to handle the birthing on their own without any assistance? How do they know when to and how to resuscitate the newborn? They exactly know that they ought to remove the amniotic membrane. They are also aware the placenta comes out after the birth of their baby. How? Are they more intelligent? Animals have a greater innate intelligence. They do not clutter their mind with fantasies like humans do. They simply flow with nature. But humans are considered to be the most evolved and the only beings that can attain enlightenment. Then what has happened to their intelligence? What is clouding it? Where is the block? The block is the intellect. The mind always comes in the way between you relating with you. With this introduction, we also need to give you a fact that 21% of women world over have painless childbirth without any anesthesia. If it is possible by them, then the balance 79% should also be able to handle it the same way. So how are these women handling it? Preparation, the only answer. This is at the level of the mind and the body. At the level of the mind, she first works towards intending and visualizing a normal delivery. During her yoga practice and also at other times when her mind drifts towards childbirth, her meditative practices comprise of intense visualization. The most important component which prevents her from relaxing and entering into a normal childbirth are the samskaras or the mental patterns within her, the limbic imprints and others gathered through numerous sources from the outside. These mental patterns need to be broken, and it is only then that the natural flow of events happen. Resistance to such a flow brings in the component of suffering. Hence, on the one side, it is deep visualization of normal, painless childbirth, and on the other side, it is being in complete awareness of all the negative thoughts that come in and unclutching from them, understanding them to be mere thoughts. Deep unclutching makes you experience a space. We take this one step further and understand a simple truth that whatever we know is only knowledge. It is just what we know. It is not what it is. What is the experience of that space within, the deep, vibrating silence of the moment, devoid of thoughts, the one who is witnessing it all. What we are has nothing to do with our thoughts. What we are is beyond our thoughts. This is similar to our understanding of God or the existential energy. What we know about God is different from knowing God. The former is only an intellectual knowledge, and the latter is an experience which is undescribable by words. Finger pointing towards the moon is not the moon. No expression can teach us about God. God is when expressions cease. And this is the time when we come face to face with the idea of surrender, moving on to experiencing it. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's ultimate solution for Arjuna was drop everything and surrender. What is the surrender that we are talking about? This is when we realize there is nothing to surrender. Whatever we call legally as ours does not existentially belong to us. Existence can do anything with it. Can whatever you perceive as you, either your mind or body, function without air? Can you say the air, the prana that goes in and comes out belongs to you? It does not belong to you, and that is the truth. By the grace of existence, we are alive. The moment we wake up to this reality, we achieve a state of surrender. The moment we understand that in existence, nothing called I or mine exists, we immediately experience a tremendous relief from the need to continuously protect ourselves. The two reasons we hold on to ourselves, the I or the mine, is because of the instinct to survive and the instinct to possess. Another critical aspect we need to understand is that whatever aspect you think of you as you will not grow. I repeat this, whatever aspect you think of you as you will not grow. If you think yourself to be the body stops growing as in your mental frame you have conceived it to be that way. If you think yourself to be the mind, your mind stops growing and possesses only a set of thought patterns, nothing more. All this happens because you do not like change. When the focus is on the I, the responses become unconscious, instinctive, defensive and protective. As long as we are focused on the I, we never grow. All we are is a bunch of memories, value system and belief systems collectively called as our patterns or samskaras. Samskaras define us, samskaras rule us, samskaras make decision for us. All the so-called I is about these samskaras or patterns. This I, the ego or the identity, is formed or generated based only on the memories and the samskaras or the limbic patterns accumulated within us during our time in the womb, at the time of birthing, and in the early formative years of our life outside. The feeling of I arises from the Swadhisthana chakra, where the seat of self is established. It is the seat of insecurity. The feeling of I also arises from the Mooladhara chakra, the root energy center. All emotions like lust, greed, anger arises through this feeling of possessiveness. Hence, we consciously drop the attachments, the fantasies. All you need to do is renounce what you are not. The surrender is all about dropping fantasies and surrendering to reality. The true reality, the only truth is that we are an integral part of this beautiful universal energy. We are a part of the collective consciousness. There is no room for I or mine. Just surrender to your own being. Just relax into your inner space, into your inner consciousness. You then start experiencing the intensity of this inner consciousness. You experience a state of choicelessness. And that does not mean you do not choose anything. When you stop choosing, you will choose everything that existence is. You will also understand that everything that is happening is auspiciousness. It is then the true renunciation is experienced, which is renouncing the expectation of results. Living the path becomes important rather than the goal. The path becomes the goal. Hence, through surrender, nothing is lost, but everything is gained, as it is then that nature, in all her splendor, expresses herself through you to create another expression of herself by the birthing process. Through surrender, nothing is lost, but everything is gained, as it is then that nature in all her splendor expresses herself through you to create another expression of herself by the birthing process. You wake up to the truth that you are beyond this body and mind as suggested by your senses. The birthing gives a fulfillment of becoming a mother. You begin to express the second aspect of divine feminine consciousness. Continue to remain in the same beautiful space of meditative energy. Continue to absorb the silence within. Enjoy the space of relaxation. Enjoy the space of thoughtless awareness.